They're absolutely devouring this. Bird cage. Nice. There's the issue. It's like a dam, a weir. Got a wee party of cows following me this morning. Morning, Holly. What a bee. Big breakdown. There's a drill working there. Eddie, your dad needs to pick up his wheat. We're waiting for him. Okay, so that big pile of oats is now almost all gone. Still probably 30-40 tonnes sitting there. I'm just starting to set up pens in here for the cows to come in. We'll bring in the calves first for a week or so, because we still need to sort out bullocks along the road until we've got space. So bring the calves in for a while and leave the cows outside. Then when we're ready, we'll swap. Just shifting these bags of wheat, and then the steel needs to move as well. So ammonia straw for the cattle. They're absolutely devouring this. We've also had some fly tipping, so we'll go and have a look at that. Fly tipping slightly further up the hill, but I'm just coming up to where there's bales. I'm just going to put a bale in all the gate entrances, because this is kind of a hot spot up here because it's right next to a big main road. People just peel off the main road and then go and dump their fly tipping along to drive past one day in a forklift when someone's doing it. Here we go, nice big pile. Thank you very much. Absolute bandits, man. There's a wee mini hot tub, blow-up hot tub in there, a couple of bikes. A gas bottle, I'll probably keep that. They're hard to get, the wee ones. Bird cage, nice. What else we got? Painting, a picture, horrible picture. Taste of the people who would do this, I think. Anyway, don't see any paperwork or any names or anything like that. Unfortunately. I found a Spider-Man sticker book, so I'll get one for the forklift and put it on the headstock. There we go. Anyway, we'll have to clear all that up because it's in our field. If it was on the roadside, the council would be responsible for it, but no, it's in our field. I hate people like that. Yeah, I've done that to most of the gateways, so hopefully that'll stop them. We've had, last year we had 3 or 4 different fly tips in that gate. It's quite out of the way. There's my Doug. Dad's just lifting carrots out of here for the shop, a few bags. Carrots, there's a big belter. There you go. Last year we had the carrots right down the bottom, beyond the bales you can see just there, the field below that. This field seems a good bit looser than the field last time, so they've managed to grow, spread out a bit rather than when it's a bit chuck the field and hard, they grow down the way and they don't kind of fill out. You get wee spindly things, but those carrots seem to me quite good. But again, I'm not a carrot expert or tatty expert, but they seem to have done a good bit better in that field than they did right down the bottom. The ram on it is fine. It's obviously just fractionally shorter than the old one. It doesn't close as far as it used to. It's fine, but quite often you quite like to give them a good squeeze if they're a bit awkwardly balanced or they're awkwardly positioned. You like to just be able to go bang and you know you've got them. So I might extend it a bit. This is more like the weather we're used to. Wet, miserable. It's quite cold actually. Meant to be taking cattle away to the slaughterhouse this morning, but the slaughterhouse is closed because it's a Glasgow holiday, so bit of a shocker because Dad managed to get a Highland in a trailer, which is no easy task, but I can't take him to the slaughterhouse, so I'm going to put it in the race instead. It'll be fine there overnight and then we'll take it in the morning, kind of feed it in the race. There's water trough in there as well. There she goes, she's out the trailer now. Don't want to leave her in the trailer all night. All day and all night. One bit. We've got a few gutters to look at, so getting the cage off of there and we'll have a look, get up and clear them hopefully. There's the issue. It's like a dam, a weir. All the moss comes off of the roof. Change of jobs today. Got a delivery to do for the farm shop, and also need to go and pick up cauliflowers and broccoli from near Dundee. That's again for the farm shop, for soups, selling in the shop and all that kind of stuff. A few cauliflowers in here. Collies and broccoli all secured, and I've done that delivery already, so just heading back home. Broccoli up here, 20 in a tray, collies 8 in a tray. Carrots, Dad, these are the ones me and Dad lifted yesterday. Just out the field up the top, there's some stonkers. Plumber's here, central heating pump for the farm shop is goosed, so he's replacing that just because it's not been used for a while. Obviously it's been worn for a while, this is the first time it's been on and we've realised it doesn't work. So these big gates that I made last year, we'll get them all into the shed there, get them set up. They're absolute muckle heavy things. I made them too big, but anyway. Because they're so long, you can't actually get them through the door lengthways, so put them on the ground and then you can just pick them up from the end. You kind of jam them, kind of pivot them, I'll show you. They do have a wee bit of spray paint on them, colour coordinates, so I remember which one's which, but I'm struggling to see the paint at the moment. Right, I'm somewhat remembering where all these pieces went, and the colours helped. So that's grey on here, and I remember this piece goes here, so 2 gates I need to find with grey on it, which one I've got here, and another one with grey on it that goes the other side. This post should go in here. There should be a bag in here to stop all the rubbish going down. There it is, it's just been falling down a wee bit. Lovely. Get any junk out of it. Lovely. That goes in there. That's purely just for, there's a gate that hangs on there. It just leans against it and then I tie it to here. It doesn't actually hold any gates or any weight on it. It's just to stop the gate getting pushed. I'm almost there. So that's blue and that's blue, so they go together. So that'll slide up to there. There'll be another gate which has got grey. Oh no, this doesn't work. This one's got grey on it and there's a grey post there. How has that worked? How's that happened? I'm a bit confused, but I'm just going to put everything in. I know where it goes into place and then see where we're left, what bits of Lego we're left with. So I made that last year, so it's the back side of the crush area effectively. So the cattle go in there and that's the back side of them, so you can get access in there if you need, or you can shut it if you need. But I designed it poorly. I didn't think the base of it through, obviously because this place fills up with straw and bedding, so you then can't pivot this out the way when you need to, because it gets stuck eventually. So I need to basically take that bottom bar off, chop it off, and then it'll swing freely against the wall if I need it out of the way. Grey, we need one more grey to sit here. Grey, we found grey, this is it. So this one hangs on the other side of that one. What's the chances I can line it up without getting out of the cab? Impossible, surely. Alright, come on. No, I give up. This can't be any closer to going in. Oh, yes. Is that in? 2 in, 2 to go. The fact that they're so stupidly heavy is you can't even try and move them by hand and lift them. Headstock's there, it's very homemade, it's pretty clunky. Does the job though, nothing's ever escaped, even Big Percy didn't get out of it. Okay, you can picture it now I think. This swings round here. There's 2 pinholes here, oh, and there, that line up. These pinholes line up with the pinholes on this gate, so you can join them together. You can put a cow in the back here, or you can take this gate and swing it all the way back and run a cow in here, and then this gives you access to a calf to get it sooking if you need. There's a headstock here, it needs a bit of work to be honest, so I'll possibly get that altered in the winter, change the headstock. I just made it myself, it's just a bit of stock, cut a groove in it. You can see, and then that piece of rod sits into these grooves, so you just slide it along there, it slots into a groove. This piece slides up closer to this piece to lock in the neck of the cattle beast, so the bars sit kind of under its jawline so it can't pull back, and its head in general, so it sits in there. A headstock in general really doesn't like squeeze their neck at all, it just comes in to sit against their neck, and then obviously the head's a lot wider than the neck so they can't get backed out, but it's not putting pressure on their neck at all. The reason why I want this gate to slide all the way back is because it was a total coincidence this, but this fits behind here. So when you need to kind of lock the cow in like solid, so it can't kind of move about in the crush, because it's quite a wide crush, so you can push it against there, lock it in the back there, and that keeps them tight in here, so you can, if you're at a calf and the cow's particularly aggressive and flailing about, you can lock her in a bit more, and then you can get access, or if you're injecting her, she's moving about too much, things like that, you can just kind of keep the cow controlled more than just in the crush in general. You can close it off and put it right good and tight. It's a total like amateur setup, but for 20 cows, only 16 in calf this year, annoyingly, we can't justify spending £3,000 on a big fancy crush. Maybe once we up the numbers a bit, I'll upgrade, but it does the job for now, and we're not needing it to be really efficient. We're not rattling the cows through it, we've got 16. That's really annoying me actually, I want more than 16. I'd like to add more than that, so there's more than 16 in here. Today's question, what are these recycled from? I've got a question, right, so I could just stop the videos when I get to like 11, 12, 13 minutes and just cut it there, wherever I am in the day, or do you prefer just the videos ending up between 10 and, they end up between 10 and like 17 minutes-ish usually on a full day? Would you rather just do a full day or stop it bang on like 11, 12 minutes? And then I'd obviously just carry on the next day from where I stopped.